What's going on, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to show you the new training grounds for the pre-patch that Blizzard is coming out with to help people that have never PvP'd before start their journey in PvP. Or, if they don't want to, especially if they don't want to start, in regular Battlegrounds where more veteran-esque players are going to be, especially in the beginning of the expansion after they hit level cap. And right there, I'm just kind of checking out the difference between me and the other DH in gear because I wanted to first of all see if they were playing Devourer as well, but I also wanted to see if their gear compared to mine, and I completely outgeared them in a as you could see. So I at the end of this video I just chalked it up to me doing more damage as part of it, just being gear wise and everything. So also, as you could see, I was playing the Annihilator build for Devourer. I wanted to test it out. It was the first one that I wanted to test because I kind of figured everybody was probably going to go Void Scarred because that just seems to be the better build path. But I decided to check out Annihilator first. The damage of Devourer seems like it's there. However, one thing I can also say about the damage meter in PvP seems to be way off. As you can see, my numbers climb, but nobody else on my team climbs. So when you look at the final, kind of the final benchmark or the final totals at the end of the video, you're going to see that there's a few people above me and then there's the rest underneath. But at the same time, it's not totaling, like the numbers aren't matching, basically. They just don't match. And it's kind of I feel like this damage meter is very underwhelming as opposed to what detail shows, because you got to change a lot of settings in order to see your actual DPS. You got to switch it to DPS show, not just what your total damage is overall. I heard that they were supposed to be kind of putting the two together like what details does, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't been able to get in the settings yet to actually figure it out because I was trying to just deep dive into Devourer DH, as this is going to be the spec that I'm maining into the new expansion. And we're going to try to push it as far as we can in both PvP and PvE. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to branch out into PvE as well. And as you can see here, basically the training grounds is just like Comp Stomp. Really, that's all it is. You just pretty much run over the entire AI team. They do hit hard, though. So if you don't have healers, like you'll see in a little bit, I end up testing the theory out of how hard these bots can actually hit. And then here's me, the first time I'm checking the actual damage done compared to the meter, and it just, I couldn't see where, where like the damage totals were actually making sense. So I will say here, this DK and this Prop Paladin AI hit like a truck. So just be wary of that when you get into the training grounds, that some of these AIs can actually hurt really, really bad. And I don't know if that's just because that's the way Blizzard tuned it, or if that's because that's just how those two classes are specifically in pre-patch. Also, Rep Paladin still just don't die. So if you see a Rep Paladin in the wild, just don't even try it. You'll see that in another video that I post later. I'm actually going to post a video of how to unlock the the new race for Demon Hunters, the Void Elves. And I end up going and turning off War Mode because there was a Rep Paladin that was just destroying everyone. And right here you could see I was at like about half health, a little bit more. Wanted to test the theory of how much damage they can actually do as opposed to how much healing I could do to myself. And I got put in my place real quick. And as you can see, there's a few people above me, like that mage is shown underneath me, but apparently he's doing more damage overall than I am. So maybe I'm just reading the meter wrong. But then I'm sitting here trying to figure out how to actually close it. Just click off of it. Maybe that would help. But yeah, so as of right now, training grounds, just like Comp Stomp, you just got a wider variety of battlegrounds that are actually going on. And you just, basically do the objective. So I don't know how this is actually going to teach people how to play the game, considering the fact that all your team is really going to do is spawn camp the AI after you get control of the map, just like you would in Comp Stomp, and you're just going to take over. And another thing I'd like to add, as you could see, my oldest son behind me, he was excited about the pre-patch as well. He was excited that I was actually taking the time to record stuff while he was in the room, and he decided that he was going to go ahead and have a pillow and blanket and lay down behind me because it was getting to his bedtime anyway. And I told him as long as he had the ability to go to sleep, he could go ahead and sit behind me. So that's what he did. And every once in a while, he would sit up and see what I was doing and everything because he's excited that his dad is trying to get into content creation and everything like that, even though it's not something that he plays all the time or whatever, because he's more of a, Roblox, Minecraft kid, but he still likes the whole idea of creating content and just being in the moment and everything like that and figuring things out. But yeah, so there's not much more to say here. I'm kind of just rambling on, but I hope you guys liked the gameplay and enjoyed it. Devourer DH seems like it's going to be a fun one in PvP because your burst potential is very, very high. We're actually the highest burst class at the moment at level cap for Midnight. So they'll probably nerf us in PvP. But yeah, so you guys go ahead and look at this board. I just chalked it up to me doing 400,000 more damage overall as, me outgearing him. And I'll see you guys in the next one.